Welcome back to CasualBiasRugby. It's the build-up for the final week of the Rugby Championship, the decider. Last weekend could have been the decider. I mean, there's been a lot of debate, right? A lot of debate in my comment section about this whole, what was the cause of us losing? A lot of people saying it's Marnie, and obviously he should have made the kick, right? Like, I'm not going to go into that. Again, like, I'm of the opinion that we had 80 minutes to win the game. We were 17-0 in the lead, and the fact that we even brought it close, you know, kind of tells me we didn't deserve to win the game. But I mean, that's what it's all about in the rugby community. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. It is what it is, you know, we move on, and we have to build up to next weekend. Obviously, I still back the boys, you know. It's not all doom and gloom in my opinion, and in this video we're going to break down what I think the predicted lineup is, and I would love for you guys to engage in the comment section once again. As you know, I love it when there's a nice little chat in the comment section, whether it's you disagreeing or whether you're agreeing. Give me your full 15 what you think we're going to see on the field on Saturday. It's not necessarily what I want to see. As I say literally every single time, it's kind of what I think Rassie will do. So please do remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I mean, let's just get into it, right? So in the 1, 2, 3, I think we're going pretty straightforward with kind of the whole 23. I'm going Ox the Steamroller and Che, Pongi Manambi and Frans Malherbe. Ox, we saw what a masterclass he had last weekend. Literally kind of almost the only guy that really put up his hand and said, listen, I actually want to be on the field. I want to play. I want to carry that ball. I want to smash into people. And he had a scintillating performance. I mean, Ox and Che probably on form, the best hooker, best prop in the world. You know, he's just been on some crazy form. Crazy form. Pongi Manambi, I kind of feel like his stock's raised this weekend, seeing that Malcolm Marx wasn't necessarily at his best, and Jan-Hendrik Wessels also wasn't really that great when he came onto the field. So Pongi Manambi's stocks just rose, and I think we're just going combination work. Malcolm Marx back onto the bench, Pongi Manambi slots in next to Oxenche, and then obviously the partner, Frans Malherbe. If Frans plays, he has to start. So it doesn't matter what the team selection is. Frans starts, Vincent Koch on the bench. So I think we're going safe, but also it's our best, you know. So going out there to dominate them physically. We know they also, all three of them, put in massive work when it comes to defensively, and at the breakdown, they secure that ball for us. So I think it's pretty straightforward that we're going with those three. 4 and 5, Eben Etzebeth to make himself alone the most capped Springbok player ever, which is absolutely massive. You know, Eben Etzebeth, we love and adore this guy. And we hope he plays till 150 caps. We hope he plays until 200 caps. We hope he becomes the most capped player ever, surpassing Alwyn Jones. Like, he does not look like he's slowing down any bit. I think I saw a stat of like, Victor Matfield, when he got the record, he was what, 38, 39 when he played his final game. Eben Etzebeth is 32. You know, might be 33, I'm not too sure. So he's still got a couple of years in him, you know. A lock can play for a long time. So Eben Etzebeth, most capped Springbok player ever, the greatest lock to play the game. Eben Etzebeth takes that 4 jersey. Ruan Norkia, I said he had an absolute shocker against Argentina, but that doesn't mean all of a sudden I doubt in his abilities to actually... My apologies, let me just get this a bit brighter. That doesn't mean I doubt his abilities to be a sensational player. He's been sensational for us literally every time he's run out onto the field, except for last weekend. I thought he just struggled a bit, but I think he'll be ready for this game. Obviously, we aren't playing in 36 degrees again. I know we can't use that as an excuse, as Argentina also had to play in that, but I did think it played a role. You know, like after 20 minutes, our boys were gassed. So yeah, Ruan Orkia, massive job. Obviously came under a bit of criticism this week, but I think he'll be up and ready and roaring to go. So Ruan Orkia takes the 5 jersey, back 3, not the back 3, the loose trio, pretty straightforward. Siya Kolisi back into the team, captain rugby, captain South Africa. Pieter Steff to tackle takes that 7 jersey, and Jasper Wiese takes that 8 jersey. I think it's pretty straightforward. We won't see any surprises really when it comes to the front row. Maybe, just maybe, we see Pieter Steff to tackle go into that 5 jersey, and then the likes of Ben Jason Dixon or Ulrich Lowe takes that 7 jersey. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised, but I don't think we'll see that. That's what I would go with the front row or with the forward pack. Let me know what you guys think about that. Moving into the back line, I think this is going to be controversial. And I'll explain why I did this and why I think Rassie could do this. I'm going Jaden Hendrickson to get the start. And to partner him, I've got Manie Libbok. Yeah, and I can already see people disagreeing with that, especially after that kick, you know. But the fact of the matter is, we're not going to bring someone in, right, for literally the one game. Manie has been there. He knows the system. He can play the game. And I think we might want to slaughter them in terms of attack. And Jaden Hendrickson would be seen as the better partner rather than Kobus Reinach. Kobus Reinach has obviously played a lot more with Andre Pollard, so I think that partnership goes. But the reasoning that I'm going with Manie is almost to just switch it around from last weekend, where it's like we can save the game when it comes down to penalties by bringing on Andre, which we can't necessarily do with Manie Libbok coming onto the field. So we can use Manie, see if we can get some points on the board, and if we see we are struggling, we can do the same as we did in the World Cup semi-final, where it's like we can hook him off. If we see it's just going to be penalties after penalties, then we just say, Andre, okay, you're going onto the field, and just kick at goal. You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking we might do, instead of Andre getting tired and then having to be subbed, and then it's like, oh, can I watch? Obviously, I back Manie. I love Manie as a 10, as a player. I'm not delusional. I know he's not a great goal kicker. I actually went onto a TikTok live and I said, I would actually try and take the pressure off Manie and say, well, let's just have Chetland Golby kick at goal. You know, I know his record isn't great, but he's kicked at franchise level. He's kicked for the Springboks before, and it's not going to deteriorate or take away from what Colby's going to offer on the field, where we know Manie is a confidence player. So take away the kicking duties and tell him, just focus on playing the game. I wouldn't be surprised if we do that. I don't think we'll do that, but I just said like that could be a potential option if we really wanted to. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not a great sight necessarily, you know. Anyway, centre combination: Damian de Linde, Jesse Kriel. Obvious centre combination. I think Damian de Linde's, if you've been watching this channel for a while, I've always said Damian de Linde, in my opinion, is a top 10 backline player of all time. He's so underrated, so underappreciated. When he doesn't carry hard, he makes himself a menace when it comes to the tackling, a breakdown threat. Damian de Linde is vital to this team. There's a reason why everyone's calling for Andre Esterhuizen, but Andre Esterhuizen is not getting a look in, because Damian de Linde is just that good. It's not necessarily always the most flashy thing, you know. People talk about Damian doesn't pass. Why does he every now and again put in a cross kick or whatever? But you just look at Damian, right? And when he's not playing, you just see, listen, we miss this guy. We miss him so much. And that's why straight back into the team. There you go. Win us the tournament. Damian de Linde, Jesse Kriel. Chetland Golby goes onto the right wing for me, with Kurtley Orange on the left, or you can just switch the two around. Doesn't really matter. And I think Willie Leroux, his stocks also rose this game. I said Apelile Fassi didn't have a great game. I know some people said he did have a good game. Yeah, it's up for debate. I just don't think he did himself a bunch of favours. I think we were defensively very vulnerable, but that starts with the outside centres and the outside centre and the inside centre, and obviously the missed tackles didn't do him any favours. But I just mean our coordination looked all over the place, and I just feel Willie so much better in terms of controlling the backline, seeing the game, understanding the game. Yeah, he doesn't do the flashy stuff that Apelile Fassi does, but he just understands the basics. He does the basics so well that he doesn't even need to do the flashy stuff. You know, that's why he's literally known as the assist king. He just reads the game so beautifully. He knows when to step into attack. He knows how to kind of maneuver the backline around, because he can see the whole field and he understands it. I mean, Siya Kolisi literally spoke about it. When was it? In the World Cup? I think it was in the World Cup. I'm not too sure. We literally said how vital Willie Leroux is, just knowing and understanding the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Willie literally retire and go straight into the coaching box. Yeah. So that is the starting 15 for me. Going on to the bench: Malcolm Marx, Gerard Steenekamp, Vincent Koch. Plain obvious, we won't see any changes over there. Now, controversially, and this is why I said at the start, this is not the team that I'm picking. Okay? And it's mostly based on this player. But I do believe we will have a lock replacement. We won't have Elrich Lowe, for instance, as potential lock replacement. We'll just straight up have a lock replacement in Salman Murat. That's what I think we'll do. I would not do that. I would rather have Elrich Lowe and Ben Jason Dixon on the bench. Both of them can slot into that lock position, but obviously there's literally a 0% chance in my head that happens. I think we see Salman Murat is being bled or blood or whatever you want to call it as the new Springbok captain for the long run. That's just the feeling that we all get from it. So yeah, Salman Murat goes onto the bench. Elrich Low, I do still have him there, and then Kwagga Smith. Obviously that makes the 6-2 split. Elrich Low was immense when he came on. I thought he really lifted the spirits alongside Eben Etzebeth. Kwagga Smith looked okay when he came on. Not your usual Kwagga when he came on. He didn't do a heck of a lot of damage necessarily, but we know the impact that he brings on the bench. He's one of the first players on the team sheet, even though he goes straight to the bench. That's what I have for the 6-2 for the forwards, and then obviously the guys on the bench. Kobus Reinach, Andre Pollard to kind of, I don't even want to say save the game, because I don't want to have us get to that point where it's like, okay, we need to save the game once again. I would like us to be in a healthy lead and then bring on Andre Pollard and just 3 points. And obviously, Andre Pollard has been playing a lot better. You know, I was criticizing him a bit because he didn't attack the gain line a lot the last, literally since before the World Cup even. But he's just taken his game to a new level, I could say, if I could say it like that, against the All Blacks. And if he can continue doing that, I mean, scintillating. Give him that 10 jersey forever. You know, so I've got Pollard on the bench to kind of save the game, but I thought Pollard looked sensational in that first 25 minutes when he wasn't out on his feet. Anyway, but that is the predicted lineup. As I said, I would make a couple of changes if it was my opinion. I wouldn't have Salman Murat there, obviously. I do love Ben Jason Dixon, but, you know, he struggled again last weekend. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about it, and I will see you next time. Thank you.